Hello, Fun Nation. My name is James, checking in here at the FRC Championship with Hall of Fame Team 1114, Simbotics. And this year, Simbot Team is awesome. It's huge. It holds so much fuel. They got the very wide shooter, and this robot's just dominant. They won both their district events. They won the whole provincial championship up in Ontario, and they're rolling here on Archimedes Championships. We're excited to learn more. With me, I have Gavin, Hunter, and Anastasia. Let's find out more on Behind the Bumpers. All right, Hunter, let's talk about the intake and the hopper mechanism you have here on this robot.
All right, so on the front of our robot, we have our intake. It is powered by two Kraken X60s. The balls go in through here, hit our kicker bar and our main roller. They go up into our extending hopper, and then they go to our moving floor on the inside. Here, let me just... On the inside, we have our rolling floor for the balls to go up in. We have two rollers to kind of keep the balls agitated to keep them from collecting in the dead spots on both sides.
Before we get to our next segment, we'd like to thank the following. As you're getting ready for the competition season, think AndyMark as your one-stop shop for all your team needs. AndyMark's Launcher in a Box is a configurable solution that so many teams are finding success with for the rebuilt season. Also available at AndyMark.com, the AMPD AndyMark power distribution board that provides 24 40-amp independently fused output channels for safe, reliable power distribution. That's AndyMark.com.
Very interesting. So lots of different intentional features it seems like you have here. Can you talk me through any of the iterations, changes that you guys have made in this intake system so far?
Yeah. So one of the things was the kicker bar itself. It used to just be a drop down like cloth with a metal bar that would just come out at the start of the match and just stay there. Now it is connected to the hopper itself, so when we move it in, it folds in as well. Completely done, so it makes it easier for when we're going over the bump, we can bring in the hopper, and it also brings in the kicker bar.
Before we get to our next segment, we'd like to thank the following. Build your alliance with so many other FRC alumni who go to Kettering University. Every student at Kettering experiences their cutting-edge co-op programs that seamlessly blend the professional and academic worlds. Kettering co-ops are a fully immersive working experience at the leading edge of industry. Head on over to kettering.edu/FRC to learn more about their incredible programs and to get more information.
Very interesting there. So passing it over to Gavin here, lots of different parts of your robot after that as well. You know, in order to have great throughput, you got to have the great hopper mechanism, but you also have to have a great shooting mechanism. You guys have that. Let's learn a little bit more about that.
So basically for our mechanism, we start off with the index. We have these two rollers on the side to keep agitation coming into these hot dog rollers. So we have a twisted belt here to keep these connected so we have less weight. Then we have inactive rollers here just to keep this dead spot because we found that balls would just collect here and then they would just get stuck. So then we wanted something to keep it coming in. Then we figured out that we had problems with feeding in faster. So we decided to put some rollers with cat tongue on it so it would push it down into our shooter. Then we have 3-inch compliant wheels that feed it into our elevator, which is over here with a bunch of hot dog rollers. We connect them all with belts that rotate all the way up into our shooter basically. And then we have a shooter here with a big drum that's connected by belts with an X44 motor and 3 motors here. Then we go into our hood basically with, we only use 8 degrees, so we only go to about here. And that's mostly for our full fuel capacity. That's mostly it.
Lots of really interesting things there. And one of the defining features of your robot is its stature, right? Its height holds a lot of balls. It's able to have a great throughput. Talk me through maybe some of the strategic decision-making of choosing to build a tall robot that can just hold so much fuel.
Yeah, so we felt like just having that tall robot with a big drum was really versatile. We thought that a turret would not be good for our play style. And then we felt like going under the trench wasn't really a play style we thought was good at the time, and we felt like defense wasn't going to be crazy on us. We were somewhat correct with that, but we can hold around 80 balls, so we felt like that was a good trade-off for going over the bump.
Very interesting. Thank you, Gavin. And Anastasia, I'd like to talk a little bit about some of the programming, the control features that Simbotics is using here.
We used 3 Limelight cameras to estimate our position during the match. We use Megatag 2 for that as well. See where our robot is, and odometry. We use April tags to see where we are in the field. We also have an agitating intake with different states. Like it can vibrate fast to push in balls faster into the indexer, or it can go like more kind of in, depending on how many balls we have. And we can also use that agitate to get ourselves unstuck from the bump if we have to sometimes, or if we are beached on lots of balls, it also helps to kind of agitate like this, and it pushes us off of that. Also, we have many different LED states to tell us the state of our robot, if it's aimed right, if it's zeroed, things like that.
Well, Hall of Fame Team 1114 Simbotics, incredible robot this year. Thanks so much for letting us dive into it here on Fun. Best of luck at the West Array at the first championship. And thank you all so much for watching. My name is James for the Fun Robotics Network, signing off.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell to stay up to date on future fun videos. Build your alliance with so many other FIRST alumni who go to Kettering University. Every student at Kettering experiences their cutting-edge co-op programs that seamlessly blend the professional and academic worlds. Kettering co-ops are a fully immersive working experience at the leading edge of industry. Head on over to kettering.edu/first to learn more about their incredible programs and to get more information. As you're getting ready for the competition season, think AndyMark as your one-stop shop for all your team needs. AndyMark's Launcher in a Box is a configurable solution that so many teams are finding success with for the rebuilt season. Also available at AndyMark.com, the AMPD AndyMark power distribution board that provides 24 40-amp independently fused output channels for safe, reliable power distribution. That's AndyMark.com.